Hey, David Barrett back here at Subterranean Studio in Oakland, Tom Gear's studio where he produces bands and makes the AI videos happen. So here we are at Subterranean in uh, Oakland, neighboring over here at Tom's. This is Ron Graves of the band Our Graves. His new, what's a band, so I don't want to say solo project, but I just want you to know there's a video on YouTube to check out of his recent show in Vallejo. And yeah, Ron, take it over on what you've been doing and where you want to go with this latest project of yours.
Sure. Well, this is actually not my only current project. I'm involved in a few things right now. I play guitar for Suicide Queen, industrial metal band that is currently based out of LA. I also play the bass for Vaselis, black and death metal band that is based out of the South Bay. But the project that is near and dear to my heart would be Our Graves, which is the project that I do the writing and singing for. I started the band in October of last year, and it came to life from tracks that I had been working on when I wasn't busy working with other projects that I was involved in. Kind of a hobby, you would say, to create these electronic tracks. And it was really just kind of born out of my deep passion for the electro-industrial scene. I like to go to clubs. I love to listen to EBM and agrotech music when I'm in the car. So there, even though most of my output has been, on the metal side or industrial side, I've always had a very strong connection to this music on a personal level. So this was Our Graves was kind of my love letter to this genre of music that's not very popular, and but it's something that I'm very passionate about and I enjoy very much. I just really wanted to create something that I feel has slipped in the last decade as a scene. There's not as many artists that are making this type of music, so I'm just trying to do my part to put more into the world of what I appreciate and what I love.
Cool. And being a fan of the things we connected on as friends through bands like Cam FDM, Skinny Puppy, more currently Angel Spit and Combi Christ and Nine Inch Nails and Ministry, Thrill Kill Cult. This great industrial scene. And I can also mention there's a movie on Blu-ray, The Story of Wax Trax Records, where a lot of these bands originated from. So do a history lesson and check that documentary out. It's amazing and worth it. And what are the metal bands that would move you aside from all the industrial groups I just talked about?
The metal bands that move me?
Yeah, I mean the ones that influence your style.
Well, I would say with Our Graves, I don't think that there's a whole lot of specific bands that I could say influence me. The thing is that in many ways the agrotech and EBM scene really came more out of the punk movement.
Okay.
But I would say that there are definitely a lot of people that enjoy metal that also enjoy agrotech and EBM, because there is definitely an aggression and a darkness to it that I think resonates with people that are into that genre.
I'll let Ron elaborate more on if people want to look up this style of agrotech and EDM, or is that what you said?
EDM,
Of what?
Yeah, EDM.
What would they type on YouTube to dig into this genre? Say more.
Well, I would definitely refer people that aren't familiar with it to what a friend called the Big Three, which would be Combi Christ, Hosico, and Suicide Commando.
Huh. Okay.
That's for the agrotech world. And then for the EBM, most people know of Nitzareb. There's some other bands, Front 242, some of the older bands out of the Belgium and East German early electronic scene that came out of the post-punk movement.
What do you think of Frontline Assembly, the guy who left Skinny Puppy to do that, and their journey?
Yeah, he's kind of interesting because I've always thought I'm a huge fan. First of all, I've been listening to Frontline Assembly for a very long time. They don't really get a lot of club play. They do a lot of live shows. It is pretty much the brainchild of Bill Leeb, and he's a master of synthesis, and he's also a master of songwriting. So definitely that's a band to check out if you're into, just well-written electronic songs.
Do a lot of these artists inspire you to do what you do, and maybe name some artists, even if it's like not in either genre, that make you have a little hand in coming up with what you do?
Well, I would say, I would not be making this kind of music if you go back in time, if it weren't for bands like Information Society.
A good one.
If it wasn't for bands like Prodigy. Those are bands that I think people are familiar with that really kind of set the blueprint for really aggressive electronic music. They use samples, they use really heavy beats, punks with synthesizers. That's pretty much what it was. And that's very inspiring to me even still, that concept.
How about Devo, the original punks with synthesizers?
That's debatable.
Yeah.
I would say that they were more on the pop synth side of things.
Okay.
You have bands like
They did have a little punk, though, in them.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe earlier, before the commercial hits.
Right.
Well, right on, man. Well, I have to say I met your band member from the black metal band at Sinister Creature Con, because I go to a lot of these horror-based sci-fi pop culture conventions, and met her at the table, and I bought the CD, and I like to support local artists, especially like putting in time and work, and she had a great look about her. And then I gave her the flyer of Mannequin Planet, the group I'm involved in. She goes, I know that guy, I'm working with him. And then your name came up, and I said, wow, how does Ron have all this time to put into all these other bands, Suicide Queen, Vasalis, right, like you said. And it's amazing, man. You're a hard worker. You honed your skills for many years, and just let the people know what's coming up next. I mean, they can see a clip on Entertainment Getaway TV and more footage to come. There's also a CD that you put out. Let's get into the title of that and certain songs that you think stand out for people to check out.
Sure. The album that we released last year in October, it's called System Overload. You can check it out on any digital platform. It's pretty easy to find. There's 10 songs on it. I would say, the title track is a good one to check out. We've gotten some club play for the song Happiness. We've gotten some club play for Faceless. Self-Destruction is another one that's been played a few times. Coming up, we've got a single dropping in October for a song called Comply or Die. And we've got some remixes that I'm very excited to share with everybody from a couple of my favorite bands. So keep an eye out for that. Also, in October, we will be opening for Suicide Commando,
Nice.
one of the big three.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We'll be opening up for them at the DNA Lounge. So please come and support.
I also wanted to mention they opened up Our Graves for a legendary group in the industry called Leather Strip. And how was that show? How did the crowd react to your music at that concert and, other ones?
It's fantastic. My goal for this year is to do as many shows as we can and really hone our craft. We're a new band. We've only been around, less than a year. So our goal is to take each and every show that comes our way, and that show went fantastic. I felt, delivered on high energy, and really put on a good show. So I'm really happy with that, and I'm hoping that we get to show you that we have a lot in the tank left to go.
Cool. And let's bring up this interesting bunch of frontline soldiers that surround you. 3 guys that you say are your friends and club cohorts, in the industrial scene and movement. And so starting out with he goes by DJ Goblin, or maybe just Goblin, but he's considered to be a guy who does a lot of jacket and mask change, and also he dances aggressively on the dance floor. He reminds me of Keith Flint of Prodigy, just out of control dancer. I'm already a fan. He he's got it going on.
I'd
So
also like to
give me some feedback
give
on
Keith a
him and
shout
everybody
out.
else.
I'd like to give a shout out to Keith for what he does when he's not on the stage. Not only is he an incredible performer, he's also a relentless promoter and networker.
That's
been helping
important.
me put together shows. He's been reaching out to venues, other bands. He's been a real solid partner in this whole process, and he's the one that I reached out to first when I was looking to put together a live act. After that, I brought on my good friends Nick and Tal, DJ Midnight and DJ Drool Master. And Nick is a master on the keys, and Tal is just anything tech guru. And they help us keep the stage running smoothly and bring more sonic firepower to the band.
Right on. Again, look at the clip Faceless, and again, more to come of when Our Graves played with Mannequin Planet at the Oddfellows Hall in Vallejo. What other shows stand out of what you've done in the Bay Area with this act that you got going on?
Well, so far we've only done 4 shows.
Okay.
So we're still finding our footing.
Yeah.
But we have a show coming up on Saturday. I don't know if this video will be posted in time, but we'll be playing at Music City with Michael Baya, who is an incredible artist as well. Hope to see you there. It's a very for anybody who hasn't been to Music City, I highly recommend checking it out if you're a band.
In San Francisco.
In San Francisco, yeah. They have smaller stages and bigger stages, and they also have a studio for doing interviews, and they have a hostel so that bands can come and stay there for cheap.
Wow.
It's a wonderful facility. So
It sounds like there should be a lot more of those around for bands to help each other and build a community. I think that's what I've always seen this is about, camaraderie. A lot of people, need to get more on board with that, I think, too.
to be honest, it's why I do it. This is, a lot of people will